So we're on location, or I'm on location right now today. I'm at Coombe Dingle, as I'm sure you can maybe tell from this where I am. It's not the normal location. So yeah, here I am. I can tell you I'll give you an in-depth report on it. It's cold. It's not cold. It's very wet. It's very,
Looks
very,
nice, huh?
very
Good setup. This good setup.
I mean, it's a strange one. I didn't think I'd be doing this, but here we are. But it was either do the show or miss it. Don't want to miss it. Simple.
Dedication.
Diet dedication. So, SJ, how are you?
I'm good. Donald Trump's just won an award, which I'm really confused by.
What is the award?
He's won an award for peace, apparently. Peace.
What peace? What?
It's all a sham.
It's not a political stream.
No, it's not.
It's not a political stream, but we could make it one.
No, let's not do that.
No, let's not do that. Fine. Okay. Football is happening now. Well, it's not happening now, but I can see some Barracuda jerseys. The coaches are doing their setup just over yonder. I would turn the camera, but I'm worried that I will break the laptop. Say hello to the world.
What time is kickoff?
Kickoff is at 7. You know, if you've been paying attention to the social media all day, you know that I'm really excited about this game, which is why I've braved the weather to come down here. But yeah, there's a lot more games to talk about, and we will talk about them. But obviously, we will get on to the one that is happening right now. So, oh no, not the countdown again.
That was odd.
Not the countdown again. It's just I need to scroll down, and it's not letting me, so I'm not going to scroll down. So, National Premiership, Bullets travelling up to Leeds.
Business as usual.
Yeah, can't say that I'm expecting too much from that game. It'd be interesting to see if Bullets run the score up. I mean, it's their last one, and Leeds' last one. Well, actually, I was about to say, it's their last one before Christmas. It's everyone's last one before Christmas, apart from maybe Hull and York St. John, who are scheduled to be playing next week, but they don't think it's likely. So,
I don't think that. I think that game will be more one-sided than it was the first time round.
I think so as well. I mean, you know, the Bullets, I feel like they've got something to prove now. And I think the big thing is the shutout, because obviously, because Beckett have put points on Gold anyway. Even though it was just one touchdown, I'm sure that it's something that the Aztecs, the Bullets, are going to be striving for. But I'd say the bigger game in the National Prem is going to be the Gold versus the Durham Saints. Is going to be live streamed, I assume, by Nottingham. But I mean, with all due respect, if people are complaining about a paywall for that game, probably stop. That's a good game of football.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the paywall allows you to watch everything for the whole year, so it's not.
Oh, then that's fine then. Yeah,
it's not the end of the world. Like, just get on with it and pay it.
It's a good game. I'm sorry, but
yeah.
I think we have split it. You know, I've got for Durham. I think Durham maybe have a bit more juice, but I imagine this game will be close. Like, I would say as close as the Bullets and the Gold the first time. Yeah.
I think Gold. I think Gold are a different team this year a little bit. I know it's not. I mean, obviously they only beat you by 1 point. So we can't really look into it that much, but I think, yeah, I think they'll just pit Durham in this one. I think this will be a touchdown in it. But yeah, I think Gold might win.
You've got Gold.
Yeah.
I honestly, as much as I do like Durham, I'd love to see Gold just like not have that blip. They just go the full season, and we have, that showdown in Loughborough, which is probably going to end up being the Bullets and the Gold. But then obviously the Saints are a good team, but they'd have to get the win against.
They've got a lot to prove in this game.
They have a lot, they were leading against the Bullets, and that's something that is difficult to do. It's very difficult to do, and I'm just happy that game has been live streamed. I love when games live stream. Moving on to the Premiership North, Warwick and Leeds. Warwick 2-loss streak for the Wolves.
It can't go on any longer.
It can't. Obviously, we've seen it with obviously Portsmouth beating Exeter, but this isn't that level. Obviously, the Griffins, if they get their win back against Warwick, you suddenly have to start looking number one at Leeds, going, oh, okay, that's an impressive victory.
It just says what is going on up north.
It's a strange one. Like, we don't know if it's, again, no Uniball depression, Uniball prosperity only. Only Uniball prosperity. So I'm just watching the Barracuda, and the Killer Bees are also here. Is it still raining? Yeah, I'm just checking. Yeah, it's an interesting one. I mean, Warwick need to win this game.
I think this will go the way of Warwick, though.
100%. But for me, it's gone from a space of, obviously they need to win the game, to you're on a 2-loss streak and you're the defending champions. NTU, if they keep up their form, they're going to take the championship. Obviously, Warwick will make the playoffs, but they need a win here to just, calm everything down prior to the break.
Get a win before the break, just reset, and just stay with NTU as much as they can.
Because, I mean, if Warwick fall to 2 and 3 before the Christmas break, you've got a whole Christmas break of worrying, oh my God, what's happened to our program, right? So I do think Warwick are going to win it, but there's no but there. So moving on, Newcastle Raiders. Obviously, it was a short win. I think it was 2 points in. It's 19-17 for the Raiders over the Wolves. But they're taking on the NTU Renegades at home to Newcastle. So, I mean,
this one isn't as clear cut as it was before.
No, it isn't, and that's what I like.
It's such a bogey game that it feels like Newcastle might do something here.
Exactly right, but NTU, you speak to them, they're confident, they're happy that they're in the position that they're in. They're not surprised. I'll put it like that. They're not surprised to be leading the Premiership North going.
They're in the driving seat.
100%. Newcastle. I think Newcastle keep it closer than people expect, but. Yeah. Honestly, I've done a write-up which will be going out on First Down magazine this week, where I'm trying to sort of understand what is going on. And I tell you what, it's an impossible task. You can't do it. You don't know what's going on in the Prem North. But
I think there's just no pressure on Newcastle. And I think that's what they're playing with right now, is playing with like a team that has no pressure on them.
Well, this is it, right? You're 2-1. You were basically them and Northumbria, they were your candidates to go down. We're going into Christmas. You've got 2 wins and you've already beaten Leeds once. That's good. That's pretty good, both for Newcastle and Northumbria. So I completely agree. Moving on to the Prem South. Don't know about this one. I'd love to see it. Obviously, Exeter have had flashes of being good, but they're going up against the SGS Pride. And
Exeter just need to get to the break.
They need to get to the break.
I think they are a good football team, but just something's not. They came out against Brunel at the start, and it looked promising. Looked like it was good.
Yeah,
they're going to do well this season, and the wheels just seem to have come off at the moment. And I think they can put them back on. I do think they'll play Portsmouth second time around, and I do think they'll win. It's just a case of, is it going to be big enough of a win to keep them up? I still think there's another twist in that Prem South.
That's the question, right? But I don't know. It's just Exeter going down. It just doesn't sound right. But I guess neither does Portsmouth going down. Again, I think that just shows the strength of the Prem South and the Premiership in general. So yeah. So Scottish 1. Obviously, the first game of the season for both Napier and Stirling was, I think it was for Stirling, was a 35-0 thrashing of the Stirling Klansmen. Klansmen currently at 3-1. Big victory against the Edinburgh Mavericks last week.
That first game was too one-sided for me to be saying anything.
If Napier put on a display like they did the first time around, then I think they are my number one team anyway. But you've got to now say, well, no one can stop the Napier Knights if they smash Stirling a second time. But 35-0. And obviously, we've seen like Kent come back from a shutout, but
not of that size though. I think the difference is for Napier, if they can win this game at the same level of convincingness they did the first time round, they're going into Christmas looking very, very dominant,
Very,
very cozy.
very. And again, as much as like we do like the Rams, we do like Coach Bloomfield. I will keep talking about the Lancashire Rams' tendency to, let's be honest, choke in the playoffs. And that just puts all the pressure on Napier to be the team to beat and be, the first Scottish representative in the Premiership since Sterling. So, and make the rest of the Prem North very unhappy that they've got to travel, I'd assume.
It's just such a long way if they win. If they win the North, it's just for thinking of Bucks Big Wednesday. That's a 10:30 a.m. kickoff for them.
If you're Napier, you're asking for a hotel. Whether or not you get it's a different story, but you're asking for a hotel. The other game, Glasgow versus Aberdeen. I think we're going to do a big show on Monday. We'll go more into Aberdeen then, but yeah, don't worry about it.
It's not. Inside Football haven't actually even put it in their last man standing. Because I was gonna use that one this week, and it's not there.
I think Stuart from Inside Britball is here somewhere. Well, he might not be here right now, but we're gonna we're gonna have a conversation at some point while I just look down again.
He's gonna ask you why you went out in the first round.
Worcester Royals. I will try and turn my camera on, but it is just people just warming up, and I'm just upstairs in the lovely facilities at good old Coombe Dingle. Don't want to drop my phone on the floor. I don't know if you can see that. Everyone's just all warming up here. This is as close as you can get. This is as close as you can get to college game day. Is me being here doing a show. But then people don't do games on Friday, so you can just deal with it. So Edgehill versus the Tyrants.
Yeah, Manchester.
That's not one that I think we really need to discuss. Again, no. I think we'll touch it more on Monday when we do our mid-season sort of recap and everything. Again, it's good that Edgehill got here, but
there's a few teams where it's like it's not a terrible thing to accept that you just need to reset.
Well, it's strange because I feel the same way about Liverpool's stint up in the Prem. You could say you're a Prem team. You can say, we played in the Prem. We were a Prem team. Edgehill, they can say, hey, we were a Div 1 side. Can Lincoln say that? No. Can Gloucestershire say that? No.
I mean, the difference is Edgehill got into Div 1 in merit. Liverpool getting into Prem was one where I think everyone was just like, that's ridiculous.
I don't agree, mate. If you win and you win and you win, you get asked.
Yeah, but that's Div 2 Bucks points, given that's pushed them up into that category.
No, I know. Which is really funny. I think, again, this will be another one that we sort of touch on Monday. I'm not trying to speed through this episode, but it is just a case of, I am here and I'd like to go and do some other media if possible. Nottingham Green versus Leicester. Talk about it on Monday. Leicester lose this one. I think it's done. I think it's past the point now, but they lose this one, which I'm going to assume that they will. They're done. They're done. But then another thing is, if you look at the scorelines for Derby and Liverpool, which are the two teams that are competing to not get relegated in that extra spot, it's not actually as cut and dry as Liverpool are going straight down. Derby are not doing very well.
They came back up, didn't they, after a few years of mucking about in Div 2?
Yeah.
And they've not come up with the same level of, I think, confidence I thought they would.
But I think that's because they lost that final to Sheffield last year, because obviously they made the final the year before and they were up against Northumbria. And realistically, no one was going to stop the Mustangs then. But then going up against Sheffield, I think we all picked for Derby.
We did, yeah. And we got a lot of backlash from Sheffield.
And they just come up and it's not really looked. I think it was 31-21 for their first rematch with Sheffield. This will be their second rematch. Derby need a win here. They're 1-3, and the scorelines haven't been that forgiving. You look at Lancashire. That sort of first fixture with Liverpool may have saved them by the fact that the scoreline wasn't that high. But yeah, the Derby need a win here. They need it for both for confidence and sort of get out of that relegation battle with the Raptors. So moving on to the Southwest one, obviously this game here, which we will talk about probably at the end because I'm here. Southampton versus Bournemouth.
Usual thing. I think Bournemouth would now got to a point where I think we can say they are going to be in the playoffs.
I think they are going to be in the playoffs, but I think that the Stags may suffer from the sense of if I know the Bobcats and I know Coach Rains, he's going to be drilling into them. We were 24 seconds away from losing to Bath and the season being done. And with all due respect to Bournemouth, they need to lock in. When I saw that team, that was not a team that was locked in. They thought they were going to come in and sort of bulldoze them, and in the first half they did. And then number 10 for the Killer Bees, who's somewhere over here, really put them on blast. And I don't think Southampton are going to be the team to beat them. Do you think Southampton will beat Bournemouth? He's not listening to me. Do you think Southampton can beat Bournemouth? It's things because I'm on the phone. Because I'm on the phone. I might ask some of the players. What's Jed doing down there? I don't think the Stags are going to be the team to do it. Southeast. I think the Southeast one here has got two of the best games of the week because they've got KCL versus Brighton, and obviously with that draw from KCL and Kent last week, it's not really a clear picture of the Southeast one.
If it's a draw again, if that's a draw, I'm just gonna give up on that division.
Yeah, but I mean, like Brighton shutting out Kent, then being shut out double the amount the second time round,
and then beat Kingston by one touchdown. Jury's out on them. I don't know how good they actually are.
I mean, a draw as well, not good. But I think if KCL can walk away with this victory here, obviously they'll be top dog, and Brighton, probably may have to settle for a third place spot here. But Brighton win out. I mean, that division's in chaos with a Brighton win. But then on the flip side, Kingston versus UCL. What Kingston need to win by? I think 7 or 8. To basically stay up. This is the game. This is the relegation game. Kingston versus UCL. UCL won last week. Instant turnaround.
I think UCL have got it in them. The fact they beat that Kingston team with, from what they said, no running backs, but running empty in quads an entire game is not. It's not something you see in Uniball.
No, probably for good reason. But it's not something that we really see. But then again, Kingston now, will they understand what they have to do? Can UCL develop a game plan to beat Kingston again in just 7 days, probably 6 days, maybe even 5? But I think Kingston, for me, they are a team with a lot of passion and a lot of fire, and they need to understand that this is it. This is the game. I don't think Kingston beat KCL or Brighton or Kent. I think this is the game. This is the game for both Kingston and UCL. I think I've picked for the Cougars again. So
I've gone.
Yeah, of course you have. You've got to go where the money is. Hurricanes versus Pirates. Hertfordshire versus UEA. UEA, obviously, big win last week. Not enough to save them. I don't think they've got I don't think UEA can beat Hertfordshire. Simple as. Especially given
Hearts' opportunity to put their stamp on that division.
100%. Going 3-1. Obviously, like that one is. I mean, they lost the game.
It's a loss, but it's almost kind of got like an asterisk on it of like.
I mean, especially when you consider the sports. I think it was 35-0 again.
Yeah.
Against the Lions. Hurricanes came out there full well knowing that they didn't really lose that first game. It's going to go down as a loss anyway. Like that is an abusive one. I think UEA may also be on the receiving end of that, and the Hurricanes can really stamp their claim on. I think maybe promotion up to.
It seems the mentality has changed there now. At the start of the season, I was saying I think they're in trouble this year, and then for them to go to Birmingham and put that kind of scoreline up, it is kind of saying, nah, this is our division.
Yeah, I think that's fair now. Especially Oxford, they look like they'll be clear, which is good for the Lancers. But yeah, I mean, I think the more interesting game is Brooks versus the Lions, which I will be at, of course. 6-0 last time at Explosion. Birmingham, after a 35-0 battering, they need it.
It massively flips things around if Brum get the win in that one. Because then it starts to become a question of, hang on a minute, all of a sudden, are OBU actually going to make the playoffs?
I mean, I think they will. Here, obviously, I think that return fixture with Hearts is going to be very, very interesting. But right now, I mean, it wasn't a big scoreline. Both those teams look pretty even at Explosion. So, yeah, I mean, I don't really know what to say. I mean, I'm looking forward to it, but I mean, Brooks won last time. Birmingham have had a big loss. It's probably looking to be going the way of the Oxford Brookes University, not whatever name they ever said. So moving on now to the Division Two. Finally, SJ.
Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say
Finally,
it.
no. This is the North West.
Okay. I was gonna say something.
LJMU Fury versus the Kiel Crusaders. We finally get a look to see at LJMU. I mean, I think it's very difficult to say. Obviously, with Salford beating Kiel and then getting battered by the Bombers, this is going to sound really, really harsh against Kiel. It's not really. It's not. You can't really gauge much. You need to face You need to face the Bombers. I'd argue. I'd still argue the Storm as well. LJMU beat the Storm. That says something. But I mean, LJMU.
They're late to the party, but this is the opportunity
Well,
to.
this is it, right? Like LJMU could be terrible. We don't know. They could lose to Kiel.
But you think after 3 months of pre-season,
Well, yes, yeah,
you'd
that's a very
hope
good
you'd
point.
be able to play football pretty decently.
Yeah, well, you'd hope so. You'd hope so anyway. But everyone's gone with LJMU. I'm happy that they're finally playing football. Simple as that. I was worried that it wouldn't be the case. We do know of one postponement already. That is Lincoln versus DMU. That's not happening this weekend. I mean, DMU. I think DMU really needs to play a game. You need to capitalize on that momentum of beating Anglia Ruskin because that's huge. That's big. That's massive. Gargantuan. Some may say. Yeah, simple as that. Northeast.
Please.
So we do know that this fixture is not York Sunderland at York St John. It's going to be York St John at Sunderland because of a waterlogged pitch. But hopefully the YSJ Jags can get it done against the Spartans.
Are they using Northumbria's pitch? Have they listened?
I think they might be actually. I think I saw that the pitch was in Newcastle, so it very well could be. But again, we could end the final week before the Christmas break with all teams having played. If
that game is a draw, I will be sick.
If that game's a draw or it gets called off, then I think we should just stop reporting on the Northeast too.
Just tell us who's won at the end of the year. We don't want to.
Yeah. Tonya just gets the captains together to play a game of Twister, and whoever wins, they'll get promoted. Southeast 2. I don't know if this game will be played. Bath Spa at Aberystwyth. I think it'll be a good game if played. I think both teams they need to prove something here. I mean, a win for either side, especially considering that the Taranai, I think it was the end of the third quarter, they stopped playing against the Gloucestershire Gladiators. Bath Spa obviously getting thrashed by the Swansea Titans as well. It's a game with a lot of pride on the line for two clubs that really need a boost. But I mean, the weather in the southwest isn't. I know that Aberystwyth isn't in the southwest really, but it's a long bit of travel. The weather has been pretty poor, but I really don't know. I mean, Aberystwyth. It does seem like Aberystwyth don't seem like a team to me that would stop the game in the third quarter unless they really desperately had to. They're a very very proud team, and
It's really interesting what's happened there because they've gone from 2 seasons where they've come so close to getting promoted.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I'm guessing it must be a case of the core people within those teams have graduated now.
I think it was 3 seasons in a row for Aberystwyth to make the playoffs.
Yeah,
I think that's it. Like a lot of their players move on to being coaches there as well. So like. I think that they understand what's going on with with being a university realistically all the way out, not near anyone else. But they do a good job here. But again, Bath Spa, a lot of rookies at Bath Spa. I had a chat with some of their coaches at the Swansea game. It's a lot of rookies. I think Bath Spa, I think if this game does get postponed, and I don't know anything. It's just conjecture at this point. If that game happens maybe a little bit later on in the season, if there's time, I'm more likely to go Bath Spa. I know I have gone Bath Spa, but I'm more likely to go with Bath Spa.
Is that just from just positive chats within the team? Does it sound like they think they've got something going this year?
Yeah, I mean, realistically, like within that Swansea game, the snaps were bad. That was what caused the loss. But then you look at the Gloucestershire, their snaps are bad in that first game against the UE Bullets 2s. They sort of fixed it for the game against Aberystwyth. Looking good, right? So South East 2, Greenwich versus the Blades. I will say, and this is going to sound really, really harsh, I'm really surprised about how bad the Essex Blades are doing. They're 0-3. I thought they'd do a bit better, if I'm honest.
I think we were quite positive about them at the start of the season, weren't we?
I think we
I
were.
said it sounds like they've got a new coach staff, everything's going well, and it just hasn't seemed to materialise for them at the moment.
No, and it's a strange one for me because we had, I forget who it was, one of the guys who did our far too early preseason predictions. He had Essex to win the whole thing, not just the Southeast one, but he had Essex to win the whole thing, and it's just not come to fruition. I mean, we do see this when teams go down, especially from the Southeast, that they don't really tend to do much in their first season back down, as you can sort of attest to both QMBL and now Imperial. But I am surprised. You know, the Greenwich Mariners are 0-2-1. So, you know, it's not that, but I don't think anyone really had Greenwich to do much this year anyway, especially with QMBL and how close they came last season. But obviously, it's Imperial who's taken the step forward. But QMBL face off with City. City still haven't lost a game yet. You know, as much as Jamie likes to glaze the Wolfpack, he is right. You know, they haven't lost a game yet. But then again, they haven't played either QMBL or Imperial, which are the
they're
teams
the two that we've got as our front runners at this point.
and they're the teams you have to beat. I mean, you know, City is looking better. You know, they don't seem to be sort of harbouring at the bottom of the table. If we're looking at Div 2 South as a whole, which is good for City. But I mean, they walk away with a victory here. QMBL, their playoff dreams, not
promotion chances are gone if they lose.
Sorry, promotion chances are gone. But City, I mean, obviously Jamie's picked him. I think it could be close. No, I think QMBL will have.
I think Queen Mary will win this. I think they know what's at stake. Everything's got to come down to that game against Imperial again.
Yeah, and I mean,
only means something if they win today.
Exactly. Well, on Sunday, yeah. So, moving on to like the last game, which is this one here. I would lift up the gimmick, but I can't be bothered. So you're just gonna have to bear with. Yeah. So you have to look through the disgusting curtain here at Coombe Dingle. Yeah.
Can't see much, to be honest, but yeah.
Can you not? Oh, how boring. What a waste. Why didn't I just do this at home and then come here late? Yeah, I like this game a lot here because, you know, Bath prove that they can, you know, hang with the elite teams, i.e. Bournemouth. But the thing is with Bristol is very defensive. And I think, you know, we've discussed it, that I think we were a bit harsh to the Southwest one last year. It's just a very defensive heavy division. But
that was it. We couldn't work it out, could we? Because I don't think we went to many games. We couldn't tell whether it was defense heavy league or offensive, which is atrocious.
But then the thing is, you know, if you look at Bristol last week against Southampton, you know, their go-ahead scores, their winning scores, was set up by good field position, and that was both by, you know, offensive issues from Southampton, but then also good defense from Bristol. So, you know, both teams are not starting their starter. They're starting QB. Sorry, you got Witcherek for the Barracuda, and then George Goodridge for Bath, who wouldn't surprise me if he's just taken over. But then I don't know that they didn't message me back about whether or not he started at the start of the season or not. But yeah, I mean, for me, as I said in the video, if people didn't watch it that I posted, watch the video. I think this comes down to, can Bristol's offense sustain long drives? It's sort of as simple as that. You know, they didn't do a massively great job of it. I think they maybe only had one full drive that started in their side of the field last week. But yeah, it's an interesting one because whoever takes this is going to be taking the Southwest one into Christmas, and it's not too much of a drive to get to Bath on the flip side. So,
but this one's really kind of to see who can come out on top in that division, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you know, Bath. Well, like one of these two teams is going to be able to call themselves the Southwest One champion of the 25-26 season. It's as simple as that. It is as simple as that.
I think I've gone with Bristol, haven't I? I think Bristol.
And so everyone's gone with Bristol.
I mean, I think they're just a little bit better than the others.
Well, I had a conversation with Bath in the sense of they were unhappy that we'd all picked them. But if Bath win this game, I'm not going to be surprised.
No, I think that's it. I think just what we kind of say with a lot of the picks we make is it's not a case of us thinking that your team's not good. It's just a case of we think that the other team is just maybe a slightly bit better on the day. But, I mean, Bath win, fantastic for them. Great. Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and be like, wow, come on, Bath.
But yeah, I mean, we've still got an hour to go here for this one. I do wish it was being live streamed, but it's not. So you're just going to have to pay attention to the story. But I think I'm going to be doing live comms, so maybe don't pay attention to the story as much as you may want to pay attention to the story.
I will not be anywhere this weekend.
You'll not be anywhere. So, I mean, that's it. I mean, it's a nice sort of quick episode, which is good. But I think that's mainly because on Monday, I think we're going to go slightly longer on Monday to sort of discuss everything that's happened this season. I think we're going to have Ramona on as well to give us a taste of what is going on in Scotland, especially. And I think it'll be especially interesting from a Napier Knights perspective, how they feel about the season so far. And we're going to be doing our mid-season awards as well. So expect it to be earlier than normal, is what I'm going to say to you. And then we'll leave you alone. Then we'll leave you. Then we'll leave you alone until what, the 20th of January, something like that. But right now, I mean,
we'll have stuff to go out over Christmas, though. We'll still feed people.
Yeah, on Christmas Day. We'll do stuff on Christmas Day.
Christmas Day show.
No.
Jamie's going to do an unboxing video of his new Lego sets.
I mean, that's it. I mean, if you're in the Bristol area, you've still got 56 minutes to come down to ye olde Coombe Dingle. And yes, I do like saying Coombe Dingle. It makes me laugh every time. Yeah, I mean...
I can't even laugh without coughing. I genuinely am not in a good place right now.
Well, where were you yesterday?
We had Christmas dinner, actually.
Where'd you have Christmas dinner?
Went for a lovely Toby Carvery. Carl McFarlane had the worst plate of food I've ever seen from a Toby Carvery.
Right, I've come outside now. This is key.
This feels like you're about to like a Pat McAfee final segment.
I technically could just walk around with my laptop and do some. Shall I? Shall I just walk around with my laptop and like do some interviews like a man?
On the stream. No.
Yeah, we'll do it on the stream. Right, you've got to watch me walk down these very slippery steps. This is the most unhinged. Well, the rain has stopped, so I can say that for free. So that's.
We said like the shows for this would all be very professional. They'd be all in one place.
This is professional.
Yeah, it's still professional. It's effort. It's a good effort towards what we want to do.
Yeah, but it's more so you've got to watch me, walk very slowly down some stairs because my knees don't work.
But college game day at the finals.
This is basically college game day, except I've got a laptop. So we're going to go around. We're going to talk to people at this game. Thankfully, the connection here at Coombe Dingle is actually good. So,
what are you trying to say?
Mate, the connection at Site 5 is terrible. You know this.
Yeah, it's not.
So basically, people, if we've done the show, this is now the extra part of the show. This is
bonus material.
This is bonus show. So yeah, we're gonna just walk on a field here. It looks a bit unhinged because I'm on my laptop.
What am I doing in this segment?
It's up to you, mate. This is cutting edge Britball journalism, right?
This is.
The problem is that everyone's warming up. So
yeah, I mean you have to leave them be for now.
Yeah, I can't really talk to anyone.
No.
And there's no one here because it's raining. It's an hour before. So you're just gonna have to firm it, I suppose.
They're locked
What do you
in.
think?
They're locked in. Leave them to it.
No. I'm not going to leave them to it. I'm just going to walk around. I'm just going to walk around so people know that they're locked in. I need to find the 50 so I can cut across.
I think you're on the 50 now.
No, I'm not. The 50's there, mate. We're in England. Get your stuff correct. Scoreline is. Give me some score predictions.
I'm gonna go with 14-6 to Bristol.
I think that's fair. That is about the scoreline I'd give as well. This is just for content purposes. I need to go back up there anyway. But I'm enjoying myself. I feel a lot like Pat McAfee right now. But then I've got a lot of Bath players looking at me strangely because I'm just a fat man carrying around a laptop. Or just It's pretty good. I feel very professional.
This is cutting edge journalism.
This is cutting edge. Britball's never seen anything like the journalism that I'm bringing right now. You know,
there's no one for you to talk to.
There's no one because they're all doing well. Oh no, I'm getting in the way of the Bath warm-ups.
See, this is
I need to be on the 50.
I'm just waiting for you to get taken out by someone.
It'd be really funny. Number 64 for the Killer Bees is quite large, so.
Are you nearly in the DB drills?
I'm not though, because they can't cross the 50. They can't cross the 50. Everyone knows that. Damn, my laptop's starting to get wet. But yeah, I'm enjoying myself. The show's over. This is professional cutting edge stuff. If I came down here slightly earlier, I think we would have been in for us to be able to talk to some people.
Oh, we could have done it before. Oh well, that's a lesson for next time.
I will say, I think I've picked the worst possible time to actually come down because
I think you have.
Because after drills like this, then there's normally some downtime. But I've walked down in the middle of drills. So, SJ, what's your favourite drills?
So I used to be DB coach at one point.
For who?
I used to be for Brunel. I was DB coach 1 year. Don't know how that happened. I'm very familiar with an M drill, mirror drills, all that jazz.
Oh, that was a good catch. That's a good catch, 25. Again, yeah, I know. I definitely have picked the worst time to come down. So I'm going to do a lap. And then if I can't find anyone to talk to, we'll just cut it off. Because I do want to get a pre-game interview with some of the Bath players, but not on this particular format because this format's a bit unhinged.
This isn't. Yeah, this hasn't. I don't think it's played out the way we thought it would.
No, it hasn't. Everyone's busy. But I will say it's a first for DepthChartSports, and it's a first for the Uniball show that we're doing it on location.
Well, we'll be doing this again, hopefully. For finals.
Yeah, but we haven't emailed anyone about that yet.
We probably need to soon, don't we?
So number 15 is Alex Doling. He's quite good. He's their kicker as well. He's very good. Huh? Give me it again. Callum.
Yeah, like the name. Archie Callum, not Callahan.
It definitely wasn't Callum on the sheet last time.
It's spelled weirdly.
Okay, well, good. I'm going to make sure to get it wrong on purpose now. Yeah, but Archie Callum's also very good. He's very, very good.
Am I being held in a way right now where they can see me too?
Yeah.
Oh, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
This is the proper, like, this is my friend SJ here with me.
Yeah.
Say hi.
Say hi. There's number 59 as well.
Oh, he's gone. And, the problem we've got here is I don't know how to end the show. So I hope he comes back because right now this is not good. Oh dear. We'll try something new, and it's kind of worked. And then it's not worked. And now we've got the situation where no one knows how to turn it off. Oh, this is not ideal at all. I'm not sure how we do this. So I am just gonna leave. We're just gonna do it like that. But, thanks for listening, guys.